Welcome to the channel. My name is Tia Ray, and if you've never spoken before, I just want to say hey, nice to meet you. I'm a little excited. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about how confident women do confident things. So, hold on. Girl, I almost messed up. Hold on. Okay, let's get into it. So, for today's episode, today is the official recording of episode 1. I wrote this topic down probably like, probably like 3 weeks ago now. So I think I got inspired. I really can't remember like what the origin was, but I know it had to do with like the person that I am now. And this was prior to my birthday, y'all. My birthday is August 19th. I just turned 24. It kind of like brought me to this place like, okay, you're not a little kid anymore. So even though it's been like that since I've been 21, it really just hit me this time because I'm 24. Girl, that's a big step. So I just remember thinking to myself like, who is that? Anyway, over the past 2 years since my first YouTube video, well, pretty much, let me back up. I made my first YouTube video back in 2021. Things were looking very uncertain at the time, and the only thing that I could really remember was me just having the confidence and the determination to get myself out of that situation and just to make things better. So here we are, almost 3 years later. I'm back on YouTube. I'm more committed. I've grown, I've matured, so things are looking up. With that being said, I'm very, very, very pleased to bring to y'all today's first episode. The topic being entitled, Confident Women Do Confident Things, Defining Yourself in This New Era. It's been a long time coming. Like, it's really been a long time coming. It's just crazy how much things have changed since then, and how certain things have stayed the same, and how certain things just elevated and went to the next level. Pretty much just to do like a little segue, let's go back. Over the past 2 years, I felt like I really struggled with finding direction and purpose in like the person that I wanted to be. So I felt like I was lacking purpose. I felt like I was lacking direction. And even now, I still kind of struggle with those things. But now I know for a fact certain things about me are not going to change, and certain things are meant to stay the way that they are because that's just who I am. So if I want to be successful and just a successful person and happy with the person that I am, I have to be confident, I have to believe in myself, and I have to love myself. So that's something that I've really been working on over the past 2 years. And that's like a common theme that we like to see during like the 2020 era. Everybody was pretty much on social media talking about like self-healing, self-love, your healing era, things like that. So what is it, that girl? Oh man, it was a whole lot of good quotes that came out around that time. I could definitely say they definitely inspired me to like look at myself, figure out what it is that I want. I did a lot of journaling. I did a lot of research. I listened to a lot of podcasts. I did a lot of journaling. I bought a lot of books. There were certain things that I read that really helped me. There were certain people that I watched that really helped me, whether it be a podcast episode, a sermon, or just like some type of article that I read online that was in relevance to what it was that I was trying to like do or just learn about. Anyway, I just remember thinking to myself, who do you want to be like within the next 5 years? So I've always had this like really big thing with being 30 and just having like my whole life together, and the way things are looking right now, we're nowhere near close to that, but we're on our way. So the biggest thing about going after your goals is having the confidence to do that thing, whatever it is, that dream or that goal that you have. YouTube. I made my first YouTube video about 2 years ago. I was sitting in my car. It was my first car. I still got it. She's sitting outside right now. But I was pretty much talking about like the transition that I was going through in my life at that time. So now things are a little different. Things are a little better. Things are a little worse. Just depends on what topic we're talking about. So yeah, other than the whole me lacking direction, I feel like we all know who we are. I feel like it was just at a certain point in time somebody told you that whatever it is that you thought about yourself, it wasn't true. So some people, that can really affect like how you look at yourself or whatever, you know, listening to other people's opinions and things like that. One thing that I really had to work on was my own self-belief. So if I don't believe that I could do it, nobody else is gonna believe that I could do it. A situation that I like kept running into was, you know, of course I'm still in survival mode. I have to pay bills and things like that. I would get a job, I would work at the job knowing that I need money. I would do it, I would be excited, I would feel like really grateful because, you know, I was just going through a time where I didn't know where the next check was coming from. Yes, my bills are still being paid, but it's nice to have stability. So once I got into the place, I was excited, I was really happy. And then it's like reality hit and I realized like, okay, what are you doing here? This is probably my last day at this fucking job. I don't want to be here no more. And so it's like every day after that, it just got harder and harder and harder until I would end up having a breakdown. I would call my dad and like bawl on the phone, like just crying. And he would try to give me the best advice he could. But really, it got to a point where I realized like, you can't keep calling people every time you have a problem. Not saying that you shouldn't use or reach out to your support system, but it's not like it was anything that they could do about the situation that I was dealing with. It was something that I had to work on myself. So whether it was like internal work or whether it was me changing my mindset about how I was doing stuff or just the things that I was going after or the things that I believed that I could do. So that was like really the biggest thing. And then just learning how to be confident while you're like going through a whole bunch of changes and a whole bunch of loss. And it's just crazy because it's like, I was literally just 18. I was literally just 18 in college around so many people. And then all of that just came to like an end. And it was like, I had to learn who I was as an individual. And so it's like, I really had to dive back into myself and figure out what it is that I want. So with that being said, that's just kind of a segue as to why we're talking about this today. Okay, so we had to actually come back and finish this video a separate day. Since I was going through all of these situations, losing friends, leaving school, leaving the whole plan that I had, you know, that I thought was gonna work, I had to figure out who I actually was and what I wanted in this new phase. So in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that it happened because it allowed me to have a blank slate. And I really am just excited to see what happens next. Like I mentioned earlier, YouTube is definitely one of those things that I've always planned on doing. And I feel like when you decide to put yourself out there in front of other people, it can make you nervous. You can get really scared. You can feel like, oh my God, what is everyone gonna think when, you know, I upload this video? But it really doesn't matter what their opinion is. Like, as long as you're confident in doing what you want to do, what you've been planning on doing, what you've been working on doing, that's all that matters. So, okay. Anyway, it is October 17th. It's 8:09 p.m. I'm finally editing the video like almost a month later, but I never got to do like a proper ending for you guys. So that's why I'm inserting this clip right now. But what I really just want to say is I'm really proud of myself for just like coming back to YouTube because I've been through a lot. But I'm really excited to like talk to y'all, get to know y'all, and just show y'all everything that we got going on. And just everything I have to like share with everybody because I feel like I learned a lot just getting to know myself. And I know that there were a lot of people along the way like who I didn't even know, but they helped me so much just because they believed in the message that they had. So that's what my goal is, and that's really why I'm here. And just to anybody who's watching this, no matter what your dream is, no matter what your goal is, no matter why you get up every day, you have a purpose, you have a reason, and it's worth trying. It's worth you giving it a chance. Don't just give up because what other people say or what you think other people will think about your idea. Everybody won't get it, but there will be people who understand and who connect to, you know, everything you're going through and your whole reason for doing it. So always be confident. And remember what Beyonce said, y'all. Stay gracious, your best revenge. I ain't gonna say that, but I'll talk to y'all later.